Okay. Thank you for your.
Well, it's 3.2 million.
Thank you for your interesting contribution. But the Labour Party the Labour Party has a massive majority. We have an electoral system, which I doubt before the. I wouldn't have put Nigel Farage at the top of the list of people favouring proportional representation before this.
Nigel's been talking about proportional representation for years.
Not before it became in his own interest. But the point about it is, this is the electoral system we've got and we're going to keep, and you are miles away from it. So you need other people to contribute. So everyone gets the question to the Conservative
This is
Party.
sour grapes from a party that doesn't seem to understand how the electoral system works.
We are over the moon with 5 seats, and we will prevail under the existing.
That's my problem with you. We are over the moon with 5 seats.
We have prevailed. We have prevailed under the existing system, which prejudices against insurgencies. We've got 5 seats, contrary to all the forecasts, which were that we would get none. And I'm telling you, we are going to get more seats. And you don't have a popular mandate. The Labour Party doesn't have a popular mandate. You've got less votes. You've got less votes than in 2019.
It's the Labour Party that prevailed in the general election yesterday.
This election,
with a pretty sizable majority.
was none of
because we fought this election in the way that the election is supposed to be fought, in order to win as many seats as possible to command a majority in the House of Commons, because that is how British democracy works.
You deny you got less votes.
If it was a presidential system and we were trying to maximise votes nationally for a single figure, we would have fought the campaign.
Did you get less votes than 2019?
The Labour Party prevailed and we won a majority in the House of Commons.
Did you get less votes?
Hang on, Ben, isn't the point they got a lot more votes than you? I mean, whatever they got in 2019, it's 2024.
It's fine. And we got a lot more votes than the Liberal Democrats.
I'm not denying that, but just in terms of saying that Labour don't have a mandate, I'm just puzzled by your logic.
But surely, at the
British
heart,
public, Ben, unlike you, understand how the system works, and they use their votes to make sure that they got a government that could deliver what they want, which is change. Because going up and down the country in the way that I did, this is a country that is crying out for change after the years of chaos that we've had. And that's what they will get. That's what they will get.
Right. So many people got hands. I'm wondering where to start. Right, you had your hand up for a while. A little bit further back in the blue shirt. Yeah.
I want to come back to Andrew's point about how little we've spoken about the Liberal Democrats in this election. Do you feel that they really could have made a difference if Ed Davies spent more time talking about policy and maybe less time bungee jumping or paddleboarding?
Okay, Dave, I'll come back to you on that. In fact, I have asked him that myself. He thinks it was the right policy. Can you move a bit further along to the man in the middle in the white shirt? Yeah.
I'm 17 and a member of my local youth council. A few months ago, British Youth Council closed. So what do our leaders think are the ways to improve youth representation? Because in 20, 30, 40 years, we're going to be in all of your seats.
Right. Okay. Man here in the front in the green shirt.
Yeah, I just sit here and I watch, and it's just so divisive. Like, there's no conversation about people that are disenfranchised by politics. I myself am like veering on the verge of that. Where, especially for Labour, is the hope there? And you talk about change, but it doesn't feel like it. So,
Can you elaborate for me on what you mean by disenfranchised?
Well, yeah, I personally, have toyed the line of Labour, Green Party, and I remember 6-7 years ago, before I could vote, of feeling hopeful about this country. I don't feel hope anymore.
And what's driving that? Do you mean in terms of a job, in terms of housing?
I mean, social cohesion, talking to people on the street. I mean, everything. I mean, I've had conversations with people here, and you just the list goes on.
It's true that we've got problems, but my parents are both refugees to this country. They had terrible experiences in their youth. And all I would say is, of course, this country's got problems, but when I understood what they had experienced, I realised that we have an incredible country that we live in. This is not about parties of government or their success or failure. It's a much more general point that I'm making. I hope that we'd all agree with that. I think we live in an amazing political democracy.